Hello everyone. आज हाम्रो conversationको लागि on this very special occasion we have an artist with us. अनि सिक्किममा जो म्युजिक फलो गर्नुहुन्छ होइन भने ओभरअल सिक्किममा पनि I'm sure तपाईँहरूले चिन्नुहुन्छ. We have with us Tshering Leezum Bhutia. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming. So, भन्नै पर्दामा Tshering Leezum, she has done a lot in music. She has transcended the boundaries, even genres, not even in Sikkim. She has also gone to Nepal and she has put a name over there in her state, Konaki. And अर्को कुरा मेन्सन गर्न चाहन्छु भने चाहिँ she is one of the very rare gems who knew what she wanted to do from a very early age, around 15, 17, and she really went for it and she was passionate about it and she's still continuing it. So first question to I want to ask you that did you always know that you wanted music as a career, or was there something else? Were you always sure about it?
Um, as a kid, I think I knew that I wanted to be a singer, and I also started learning music since I was in class 4. So I learned piano, I learned music theory. Singing came later on, but I was always interested in music. And even my music teacher used to, tell my parents that, she's like gifted. That time I was learning piano. And then so they had even bought me a keyboard and all that. So I did know, but later on, you know how it is, right? We have to be a doctor engineer, especially in my generation. So I did apply for medical colleges and, sit for the entrance exams and also for engineering. So, and I did get a medical seat as well from the Sikkim quota. But then later on, we went there and it was a really rural place, somewhere in Maharashtra. And we didn't like the college, so I surrendered the seat and someone else got it. And I think the person is, I think, making better use of it. And I think this was where I was supposed to be. So, yeah.
So, त्यो त तपाईँले भन्नुभयो you had tried some other things, medical,
Yeah.
which is very common, eh?
Yes,
So,
yes.
do you think your opinion hesitation हुन्छ like musicमा आउनु? What is your opinion about it?
Yes.
Especially सिक्किममा कुरा
Yeah,
गर्दा.
yeah. I think I also still like sometimes think like, should I have done it? Should I have continued? Because I joined an engineering college as well after that. I did 2 years of engineering as well. So, and after that I left, and it was because it was really difficult to convince my parents to let me do music full time. And especially in my generation, like there was actually like no scope at all in Sikkim, right? So, and now at least there's like internet and social media. You can do your own things. Back then it was not like that at all. So yeah, there was a hesitation, and I still kind of sometimes, go back and think, what if I had become a doctor? But I
Or an
think,
engineer.
yeah, or an engineer. But yeah, I think I'm fine where I am right now.
So, a little unconventional one of my you decided you want to take this path and you really did it. The तपाईँलाई ups and downs त हुन्थ्यो होला. Was it there a phase where it was really hard for you, uh, emotionally or?
Yes, yes, definitely. I think even now sometimes it's a bit difficult for me because, it's not where I am right now, and even in Sikkim, we can't earn as much, being a musician. So in that aspect, it is a little difficult, but I think I'm fine with the minimal whatever I'm getting right now, right? I've never been that extravagant. I want luxury and all that, so I'm content with where I am. So I think that's fine for me right now. Yeah.
Happy where you are.
Yeah, I'm happy.
So, we have listened to your music videos and audios and I'm sure take them out. So mostly hometown summer related. You have represented Sikkim a lot, your state a lot. Eh? So does that तपाईँले intentionally गर्नुहुन्छ? Do you think staying closer to your roots is important as a musician or as a singer?
Yeah, I think for me, I have always lived outside Sikkim. It's only been a few years since I came back, but when I wanted to release music, I wanted to do it in Nepali, right? So, uh, yeah, I think it was not like intentional, but it was just something I wanted to do, and something that is, I feel like as a person, I try and be as authentic as possible. So staying closer to my roots, singing in Nepali,
Mhm.
it just feels comfortable and more familiar for me.
Right, right. Oh,
That
mostly तपाईँले नेपाली ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा
the Nepali
try
language,
to
yes.
create music. So, as a singer, सबैजनाको मतलब creative process different हुन्छ, right? Do you have a specific मतलब ritualहरू तपाईँले lyricsहरू सोच्दाखेरि when you compose something?
I kind of, when I write something, I feel like, I think most musicians feel that, but I feel like it's not good enough. So when I write something, I am very hesitant to release it to the world. So I mostly don't do that. And especially like, I'm very, I get a lot of anxiety thinking like, what do people think and all that. So I tend to not release what I write myself, but I kind of look for people whose music I relate to, or and ask them to write a song for me or something, because I'm not confident with myself. So I ask them to write for me, and then we can work together if we vibe and our energies match. So yeah, that's what I've been doing till now. Yeah. I hesitate to release my own music, what I write myself, but yeah.
That's it. Given, yeah. So, talking about Mukdam, we also know you have a music schooling, जुन चाहिँ डेभलपमेन्ट एरियामा छ.
अच्छा अच्छा.
सो तपाईँले त सिक्किमलाई देख्नै भएको होला म्युजिकमा कस्तो चेन्ज हुँदैछ डिफ्रेन्ट आर्टिस्ट आउनुहुन्छ जानुहुन्छ है सो इन यर ओपिनियन डु यु थिङ्क द्याट्स चेन्ज कि इम्प्रुभ भएको छ कि मेजर सिफ्टहरू भएको छ म्युजिकमा
I think in terms of music education, there's definitely been a shift. पहिला सिक्किममा त्यो म्युजिक एजुकेसन भन्ने कल्चर नै थिएन है. People never learnt music formally. I think there used to be one teacher, an old lady who used to teach Hindustani classical, and just a handful of people who used to teach Western classical. So even I studied in Kalimpong, so that's how I used to go to Darjeeling to give exams. In Sikkim we didn't have exams and all also at that time. So looking at it right now, there are so many music schools and so many people have gone outside and learned, and they've come back and they are now teaching music. I think which is a very good thing. है सबैजनाले सिकेकै राम्रो जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई चाहिँ. Back then we used to just be like self-taught. We didn't even have YouTube to learn from. So yeah, so whatever we heard, like listen to the cassettes, and that's how we used to learn, right? So I think now that people are starting to take music education as well very seriously, and even in like Sikkim University there is a course we can do bachelor's, master's, PhD पनि गरिरहेको छ. So I think that's a very good thing that's happening right now. Yeah.
So definitely education was
Yes.
Mali, I've seen your videos and I follow you on social media. So I see a lot of women participating Adele cover songs.
Yeah.
So तपाईँलाई चाहिँ like personally, what do you think? Like women empowerment. What do you think? What do you think women empowerment is?
Women empowerment. Actually, I've been very fortunate enough to be born in a family with very strong women, and even my father has always supported me. All my family has always supported me, and like they never made me feel like less or anything. And then I think that because when I look at it like that way, like I don't feel any difference, like women. I've always been treated equally at home as well. In fact, like people are more scared of me at home. So, yeah. And through my music, I think, with the lyrics, with the songs, and also using my popularity, my fame, to raise my voice in certain issues, I think that's how I can help. I feel like I just don't want to be a like just singer, singer around, but to use my reach, to create awareness, to tell women like you can be equal, and I think in Sikkim, I think it's not as bad. On the outside, behind closed doors, I'm still not sure, but yeah, uh, I think we are still doing pretty fine right now. Yeah,
Better than
better than other places.
yeah, reason So you made a very interesting point up when you said like you obviously had the privileging, and that also gave you the courage to pursue.
Yes, yes, definitely.
But since you're already in the public eye, you have a kind of fame, a
Yes.
reach. But so do you think there is a little bit burden to like I have to appear a certain way, or you're actually fortunate that you have the reach. I mean, actually reach one. Because fame can be two
Yeah, yeah.
coin word.
I feel a lot of pressure when people, a lot of people come to me and they ask me, when is your next music? What is your next project? That's when I feel
Your
the
fans might be
yeah, yeah.
talking.
That's when I feel the pressure because it's been a long time since I released something. So they keep asking me, and that's when I feel the pressure, like, I have to do something, I have to release something, I have to keep singing, social media, I have to keep uploading content. So that's when I feel the pressure. Um, Otherwise, when I go out, I think it's up to me, it's up to the individual as well, how you carry yourself. But now I think at my age, I think I'm kind of little bit now getting more comfortable around people. Yeah, yeah, getting used to it and trying to be myself. I always try to be myself anyway, so
So, मेन्टली कुरा गर्दाखेरि you have been in the music industry, तपाईँको experience छ, तपाईँ मान्छे भनेको नातै. So, do you think there's a specific challenge since being a woman? Have you faced any specific challenge in the industry?
I personally have not faced as such, but I think on the whole, in general, of course, for us, I think age does play a factor, and also like family life, is the same, not just for music, any other career. Um, they always prefer younger artists, and when they question us, they always question us about, our age and family life and, husband and kids and all that. Thankfully, I don't have a husband and kids, so I'm like free to do what I want. But yeah, I think that is like generally, I think that is what female artists face because people are always looking for younger, new faces, not just in music, but even like actors, acting,
Yeah,
and
entertainment.
yeah, entertainment on the whole. Yeah, they would always prefer a younger girl. But yeah, I think personally, I have not faced as such. Yeah, myself, no, I've not.
So, तपाईँको music thing also, do you intentionally, be focusing women, or how does it influence your work being a woman?
Mm, I think since I myself have not, gone through that uh, phase or experienced that, I don't particularly, you know, I know that women not not just in music, but like even everyday life, women need to feel empowered, and we need to feel the need to be equal, and we can be equal. But to in my music, I kind of try to keep it general because men as well face a lot of problems. They have a lot of pressure as well. Even men face a lot of pressure. So I kind of keep it like equal. But yeah, especially uh, in social media and um, stuff like that. When I see some stuff, if I don't feel right, I will voice my opinion, and I feel the need to be vocal about it, and I am vocal about it.
Since you already have a platform.
Yeah, I have a platform, I have a following, I have people who listen to me, people who read my posts. So yeah, I think I have that privilege, and I think it's also a responsibility. I feel like it's a responsibility to, because just because I don't face it doesn't mean everybody does not face it. I know about the things that's going on and stuff. So I think if I say it, people will listen, and if I pose as an example for people so they can if I inspire or motivate someone, then I think my job is done.
Responsibility, I think, what is very important. Asmuki, talking about your future, I'm sure that already plans. So 5 years from now, where do you think the Sikkim artist or upcoming artist, what do we expect 5 years from now?
5 years from now is a long time, I think. I think in my time we used to have a lot of bands and band culture. Right nowadays we don't see a lot of bands. We see mostly singer-songwriters just with the guitar or producers. A lot of producers and singer-songwriters are coming up. So I think that's the shift that we can expect. I think the band culture is slowly dying, which is a sad thing, but it's also very difficult to maintain a band. Practice room or chahiye, practice space chahiye, time chahiye to give, and it's also very expensive as well. So it's easier to be like, just a solo artist with a guitar or with a computer.
Oh, I think culture and trends just to change.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I'm sure these are days when you obviously had ups and downs, but was there any specific lesson that you still remember or something that you want to say to the artists and young people who want to pursue musical?
Um, Specific lesson as such, I'm not sure, but
Message
if
to
I want to say something,
definitely.
yeah. If you dedicate yourself to something, I think there is space for everyone in this world, right? So like you can do something out of it. It may not be, as financially you might not do great living in Gangtok, but I think you'll be happy, and that's what really matters, right? But it is difficult, like I said, for men also it's difficult because they have the pressure of supporting a family, bring the bread on and all that. But yeah, it is difficult. But I think if you stick to it, you can have. I think it's okay to have a job as well and do music as well if you have the time,
So if
because
they can
balance it. Yeah, I think the balance is the right word. I think you have to have a balance between family, work, your whatever makes your soul happy. I think it's a balance because me, I've been doing music for so long, and then when like the lockdown and all happened, then there was nothing going on, and then I got so comfortable in that space that I kind of lost interest for some time. So uh, too much of something is not good for anyone's any. So yeah, I think a balance of everything is the right thing. I think it's to find a balance between everything, and then yeah, I think that's how.
I think that's very important, the practical aspect
Yes.
of the work. Obviously, you need finance, but
Yeah, yeah.
balance and things. So, for your fans or Juju out there, they say, do you want to leave a message or is there any exciting project coming up? We don't want to give you the pressure.
Yeah.
More just the point
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, so many people ask me like, what's your next project? And I have been working on few songs for the past few years, which I have not released yet. Uh, but I think I will soon. Look at this, slowly I'm coming out of that comfort zone now.
Right.
Like I said, yeah, 3 to 4 years per year since I have not even performed. So slowly I've been starting to perform and getting back into music. So yeah, uh, maybe soon.
Yeah.
I'll just say soon.
I think soon is a good word for it.
Yeah.
So we have come to the end of this. Thank you so much. Have a good time, Kalagi, and hope you had a good time here.
I had an amazing time. Thank you so much for inviting me, right? Even though I don't have clout right now. So thank you so much for
It was
inviting me.
great having you, especially I think viewers and I'm it will be refreshing to see you before the projects come.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. And lastly, we also like to thank Suruja Tea House, which is located in MG Marg, for the support and for the very welcoming staff and everyone over here. And Suruja Tea House is a developing brand that is entering the market with their own brand of hand plucked tea. So yeah, thank you so much, and we'll keep you updated.